everyone, this is me, Randy, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my K-pop photo cards and extras collection as of December 2020. I know that 2020 wasn't the best year for all of us, myself included, but one of the good things that happened to me this year is that I decided to work on a lot of my K-pop music album collections. And one good thing about that is that I am up to date with pretty much most of the groups and artists that I collect for, except for a few. And one of the good things about this is that I added a lot of new photo cards and extras to my collection. So this is a huge upgrade from 2019. So I really am excited to be sharing with you all my collection as of December 2020. Of course, as always, all of the items that I use for my collection will be linked down below. I also will be sharing with you all the link to my collection video from 2019. So if you haven't checked out that video already, I really recommend you to do so. And also, if you have any questions on any of the photo cards and extra items that I have in my collection, feel free to comment down below. So yes, as you can see here, one of the big differences from my collection last year is that I added a new binder to my collection. And basically what happened is that I separated my female idol groups and my male idol groups into two binders. And one more thing I forgot to mention, timestamps will also be included in the description box down below. So if you want to see a particular group or artist, then I highly recommend you to check out the description box. So yes, that is all that I have to say before we start the video. So now, let's get started. So the first binder that I'm going to be starting in my collection video is for my K-pop solo artists. This is the collection that I added the most new artists for. So starting off, we have is Boa. Although I am not up to date with her Korean album discography, I really am happy with how this collection looks, even though I've only started collecting her this year. So first up I have is photo cards from her full-length albums. So Only One, Kiss My Lips, in Woman. And then moving on to her mini album photo cards, I have One Shot, Two Shot, and I have two photo cards from Starry Night. And also for Starry Night, the album came with photo cards, or postcards I should say, and I have the complete set. Moving on, we have this Daesung from Big Bang. He is another soloist that I added to the collection this year. And also, fun fact, he's wearing a t-shirt of Cage from Virtual Fighter, and Cage is one of my all-time favorite video game characters, and he also is my main for Virtual Fighter, so got one of my favorite K-pop artists and one of my favorite video game characters in one picture. So when it comes to Big Bang soloists, not all of their albums come with photo cards, and since I do not collect for Big Bang group albums, I tend to find a lot of Big Bang photo cards for a good price. So I only have Daesung's Tonight photo card in my collection. His collection is up to date, and also all of the albums in his solo collection are all Japanese releases. Next up we have is Kangta. And just like last year, I have his postcard from Home Chapter 1. Next up, I have another soloist that I added to my collection, and it is none other than Changmin from TVXQ. And I just have one copy of his chocolate mini album, so I have the photo card. And I also have one of his postcards. Moving on, continuing with the TVXQ train, I have Jaejoong. And although I started collecting Jaejoong in 2019, I did not have any photo cards for him. So last year, I just had his Japanese Defiance photo card, or album I should say, and this year I picked up his photo card. And I also am now up to date with his Korean solo discography, so I have his Number X photo card, and I no longer collect for JYJ, so I have his Wake Me Tonight photo card. Next up we have his Park Bum, who I'm also up to date with. So I have one of her spring photo cards, And then I have 4 of her Blue Rose repackaged photo cards. I no longer own the spring album, but I bought this photo card pre-owned, so I kept it. Next up, we have another new soloist that I added to my collection in 2020, and it is Taeyang from Big Bang. I am also up to date with his Korean discography, so I have his Rise YG Family photo card, and I also have one of his White Knight photo cards. And then I have his sticker sheet from Rise. And the last new artist that I added to my solo artist collection for 2020 is none other than Top for Big Bang. I do have his Japanese version of Doom Data, but of course that album did not come with any album inclusions, so I have his Big Bang Alive photo card, and I have 2 Big Bang star cards. And last but not least, I have is Young-ho from TVXQ. And I still only have this one photo card here from True Colors. And that is it for my K-pop solo artist binder. Now let's move on to the next one. Here is my K-pop bands photo cards and extras binder. And for the past year now, I've only been collecting for 2 bands, and that is none other than Daesung and N.Flying. And I also have up-to-date Korean discographies for both groups. So of course, we are starting off with Daesung. So starting off with their solo and group photo cards, I have 2 from Shoot Me, Youth Part 1, 2 from Remember Us, Youth Part 2, 2 from The Book of Us, Gravity, and I have 3 from The Book of Us, Entropy. And I only have this one group card from The Book of Us, The Demon. Now, this is my special page for Daesung. So basically, these are other official items, but they're not particularly from photo cards, but they are official. So I have 2 one-pill photo cards from a tour of theirs. I don't remember which tour these photo cards are from, but they are official. Moving on to pre-order benefits, I have 1 pills from The Book of Us, Gravity, and I have Sunjins from The Book of Us, Demon, and then I actually got this pre-order benefit from an album that I bought pre-owned, and I actually got this pre-order benefit with my album. And last but not least, I have the tour photo card set from their Youth 2-disc DVD set. Now we're moving on to the bookmarks. So I have Sunjins from Gravity, Sunjin and 1 pills from Entropy, and Dowoons from The Demon. Next up, we have the photo cards from Moonrise. So I have Jae and Dowoon. Moving on to other official album and not album inclusions, I have Sunjin's Polaroid from Sunrise, a postcard of 1 pill from a Japanese tour, and then I have the postcard of the group from their Youth DVD set. Next up I have is the sticker sheet and Jay's postcard from Remember Us, Jay's postcard from Gravity, and Dowoon's postcard from Entropy. And I also have the group postcard from The Demon. Now we move on to transparent photo cards. I do have the group transparent cards for all of their previous albums that included them, but I just have the random member transparent cards displayed in my binder. So both of them are of 1 pill, and I have both his Shoot Me and Remember Us transparent cards. And lastly, for day 6, I have is the poster set from Moonrise. I bought my album pre-owned and the posters came separated, so I decided to add them into my binder. And now we are moving on to Even of Day, which is the subunit that consists of 1 pill, Young K, and Dowoon. So first off, I have is 2 photo cards. I have 1 of Young K and 1 of 1 pill. I have the transparent bookmark of Daesung. And then I have the lyric sticker sheet. And that is it for everything Day 6 related. Now we're moving on to N.Flying. So starting off, I have photo cards. So I have Awesome, The Real, The Hottest, How Are You Doing, Spring Memories, Yahoo, and So Communication. And moving on to other album inclusions, I have Hun's Picture Diary from How Are You Doing, and I have 2 message cards from Yahoo, Day version Hun and Night version Daesung. I have the Day version photo card set for Yahoo, and Jaejoong is in the back. Moving on to So Communication, I have Hun's message card, and I also have the, I want to say this is a card that you can register your album, but I liked it, and it also has a really nice picture, so I decided to add it in my binder. And then I have Daesung's Spring Memories bookmark and postcard set. And last but not least, for the sticker sheets, I have Awesome and How Are You Doing? And that is it for this binder. Now we're going to move on to the next one. What we have is my female idol groups collection binder. This is actually the only binder that I've been using since I started my collection. So this binder was featured in my video last year. So starting off, I have is of course 21. I have since been up to date, or as I should say, unfortunately, completed with their Korean discography. And although I only had their second mini album in my collection last year, I didn't have the photo card for the album, but since I do have at least one photo card for all albums that came with photo cards. So starting off, I have is 2NE1, the second mini album, and then Crush. Moving on, we have Is Idol. So I have I Made, and I have 3 photo cards from I Trust. So I have the standard photo card, the clear card, and then the unit lenticular card. And I also have the photo card for I Made, and I have the Polaroid, or as I should say, collage style card here from I Made. Or I Am, excuse me, that's I Am. And moving on, I have the 2 stickers from I Am and I Made. And I also have the pre-order benefit from Dummy Dummy. And the pre-order benefit is from K-Town For You, I believe. K-Town For You? Yes, K-Town For You. And although I do not have the Dummy Dummy album, as of the time that I'm filming this video, I just wanted something of the, era. So I found this photo card for a really good price. And I love it. And last but not least for Idol, I have is the stickers from I Am and I Made. Moving on, we have is Orange Caramel, and I am not even close to being complete with the discography. They're a very hard group to collect for, but hopefully in 2021, I'm able to be done with their discography. So first up I have is Nana's postcard from My Copycat. And I also have Lizzie's Circle photo card from Kangta. Don't own the album, but bought that pre-owned. And I also have Lizzie's photo card from My Sweet Devil, which is a Japanese release. And then we're moving on into Twice. This is the collection that I really worked on a lot in 2020. Back in 2019, when I filmed my collection video in 2019, I only had 1 album for them, but now I am up to date with their Korean discography, and I'm so happy with this collection. I just love how it looks, and I really am proud that I bought so many Twice albums in 2020. It was a really fun collection to work on, and I'm so happy that Twice is up to date, as they should be. So starting off, I have is group and unit photo cards. So I have The Story Begins, page 2, 3 photo cards from More and More, and then I have the pre-order benefit as well. And moving on to solo photo cards, I have The story begins, page 2, Twice Coaster Lane 2, Signal, Twice a Gram, Summer Nights, and then The Year of Yes, and then Fancy, Feel Special, and then 2 cards from More and More, and then Eyes Wide Open. And also Twice is the group that I have the most photo cards for. Now moving on to other album inclusions, I have the QR code from The Year of Yes, as well as Momo sticker, and this is a pre-order benefit of Sana from More and More that I bought pre-owned. And then moving on to other official items, I have Jiho's lenticular from Fancy, Daesung's More and More circle card, as well as her Eyes Wide Open message card, Jiho's Twice Coaster Lane 2 Knock Knock card, the group postcard from Signal, Jiho's sticker sheet from Twice a Gram, Mina's Polaroid from Summer Nights, and the sticker sheet from Eyes Wide Open. And I also have Jiho's Feel Special lyric book, and Twice Coaster Lane 2, and Fancy You sticker set. And that is it for this binder. Now we're going to move on into my 4th and last binder. So the last binder that I have to share with you all for this collection video is none other than my male idol groups binder. So starting off, we have is BTS. So just like with Twice, I do have a page dedicated to group and unit photo cards for BTS. So I have Or You Late 2, School of Affairs Special Edition, Dark and Wild, and B, and that is the Polaroid. And also for BTS, I am up to date with their Korean discography. So now we're moving on to solo photo cards. So I have Or You Late 2, Dark and Wild, You Never Walk Alone, Love Yourself, Her, Tear, Answer, Map of the Soul Persona, and Map of the Soul 7. And fun fact, this Jungkook photo card here was the very first photo card I ever pulled. And moving on, I have is the complete set of photo cards from B. And I have Jungkook in the group card on the back. Moving on to other album inclusions, I have the postcard from Too Cool for School, and I have the postcards from Map of the Soul, Persona, and 7. Moving on, I have is the Young Forever Polaroid, and I also have the Love Yourself Tear standee. And I also have the Persona film strip. And then moving on to sticker sheets, I have Love Yourself, Her, Answer, in Map of the Soul 7, and I also have the coloring page for Map of the Soul 7. Now moving on to H.O.T, which is the oldest K-pop group that I collect for, and my collection hasn't really grown a lot for them because they are very hard to find. Just like for Orange Caramel, I plan on working on their collection in 2021. So starting off, I have the photo card set from Resurrection. And I also have this sticker set of Heejun and Kangta, and this is from a clothing promotion that they did. This is the only new item that I added to my H.O.T collection in 2020, but hopefully in 2021 things will look better for me. And I also love this picture on the back. It is so cute. Next up we have is one of the 2 new idol groups that I added to my collection in 2020, and it is none other than M.O.N.T. So I have their photo card from Going Up and Awesome Up, and I actually do have their 3rd mini album Listen Up on the way, but it has not arrived to me at the time that I'm filming this video. So hopefully in 2021 I have the photo card there. And moving on, I have is the sticker set from Going Up. Next up we have is my NCT collection, and also fun fact, the rest of the male idol groups that I'll be sharing with you all in this video are all SM groups. So I have is my NCT collection, and this is for full group projects such as Residence and Entropy. So starting off with Entropy, I have Mark's photo card, and then for Residence Part 1, I have Henry. At the time that I'm filming this video, my copy of Residence Part 2 has not arrived, and I also got the departured version in case you were wondering. And moving on to other album inclusions, I have Jeno's diary entry from Entropy, and I have Shut-chan's postcard from Residence Part 1. And it's really cool to have one of the two new members' items for Residence Part 1. Hopefully I can get Shitaro for Part 2. Moving on, I have is NCT 127. They are the only subunit that I collect for NCT. And I'm also up to date with their discography. I would like to get the Regulate album one day. I haven't decided if I want to get it or not, but if I ever find it for a good price, I'll definitely pick it up. So starting off, I have is the circle card page. So I have We Are Superhuman. I own 2 copies of the N version for Neozone, and then the final round. Moving on to photo cards, I have #127, Cherry Bomb, Regular Irregular, We Are Superhuman, Neozone, and then the final round. And here is my limited page. So I have the random postcard, the random big sticker, the version B sticker, and then the logo sticker. And next up, for other album inclusions, I have Win-Win's postcard from Regular Irregular, the international version postcard for We Are Superhuman, the sticker from #127, the postcard from the final round, I have Taeyang. And last but not least, for sticker sheets for Limitless, I have Yuta's version. I also do have the letter version, but it's in my album. Totally forgot about that. And I also have the sticker sheet from Neozone. Moving on, we have is the second new group that I added to my collection, excuse me, in 2020, and it is none other than Shinee. They are a work in progress for me, but I cannot wait to continue working on their discography. I only currently have 2 albums for them, and one of them is a older release, which is Hello. So I only have 2 photo cards for 1-in-1. So I have Onu's and I have Minho's, which I bought pre-owned. And I also have this photo card of Key from Shinee's 2020 Season's Greetings, and I also bought this pre-owned. Moving on, we have is Super M, who I'm also up to date with their discography on. And for Super M, I only buy their North American releases, or versions of their albums, I should say. So I have Taeyang's complete North American photo card set from Super M. And then moving on for Super 1, I have Ten's photo card, Taemin's ID, and then one of the group cards. And then I have Baekhyun's postcard. And last but not least, I have is TVXQ. I am up to date with their Korean discography as well. So moving on to photo cards, I have Keep Your Head Down, 2 photo cards from Catch Me, Tense, and then New Chapter 1. Moving on, I have is the complete postcard set from O, one of their limited versions. And I have them all in age order, which I didn't have last year. And then I have group, unit, and single postcards at the end. Moving on, I have is Changming's postcard from New Chapter 2. And I also have this lyric postcard from Dongbang Fighting, which is a single album. And that is it for this binder. Now, let's go to the outro. And that is it. That is my photo card and extras collection as of December 2020. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I really am so proud of myself for really catching up with a lot of discographies in 2020, especially from my Korean artists and groups that I collect for. And it just shows, especially in my photo card collection. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comment down below. And I will also reply to you as soon as possible. So yes, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you have not done so already. As always, this has been me, Randy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see and talk to you on the next video. Take care, everyone.